Robert De Niro, one of Hollywood's most revered actors, has recently faced a series of personal and professional challenges that have put him in the spotlight for reasons beyond his illustrious film career. From a tragic drug-related death that reignited discussions about America's opioid crisis to a high-profile legal battle with his former assistant, De Niro's year has been marked by turmoil. His longtime partner, Tiffany Chen, also endured a severe health crisis, adding to his struggles. In addition to these personal setbacks, De Niro's outspoken political statements have sparked controversy, leading to professional repercussions. As he navigates these difficult times, his story has become a reflection of broader societal issues, including addiction, workplace dynamics, gender discrimination, health struggles, and the intersection of celebrity and politics. Early life and family background. Robert De Niro was born on August 17, 1943, in the Greenwich Village neighborhood of Manhattan, New York City. His father, Robert De Niro Sr., was an abstract expressionist painter with Irish and Italian roots. His mother, Virginia Admiral, was also a talented painter and poet, with Dutch, English, French, and German ancestry. The two met in 1941 at an art school and quickly fell in love, sharing a deep passion for art that remained central to their lives. Even on their honeymoon, they could not stop painting, fully immersed in their craft. However, their marriage was short-lived. When Robert was only 2 years old, his parents separated. The reason was a taboo subject at the time. His father had realized that he was gay. This revelation sent shockwaves through their artistic community and left a lasting impact on young Robert. Though his parents no longer lived together, his father remained a presence in his life. He lived nearby in Greenwich Village, maintaining a close yet complex relationship with his son. A childhood of contrasts. Robert grew up in a household steeped in artistic expression, but also marked by financial struggles. His mother worked tirelessly to support them, taking jobs as a printer and typesetter, often working long hours. His father, though still a devoted parent, lived separately and continued pursuing his art. As a child, Robert was pale and skinny, earning him the neighborhood nickname Bobby Milk. He was quiet and observant, preferring to watch and absorb the world around him rather than draw attention to himself. Despite his introverted nature, he developed a love for movies, often attending screenings with his father. One actress, in particular, fascinated him, Greta Garbo. Though he was too young to fully understand why, her performances left a profound impression on him, stirring an early interest in acting. But his upbringing was not without complications. Without his parents' knowledge, his grandparents, devout Catholics, secretly had him baptized in a Catholic church on September 14, 1945. His parents, both non-religious and dedicated to the bohemian art world, valued creativity and personal freedom over religious tradition. This quiet act of defiance from his grandparents created an undercurrent of tension, highlighting the stark differences in worldviews within his family. Discovering acting. Robert's first exposure to acting came unexpectedly. His mother took a job typing scripts for a drama workshop, and as part of her payment, Robert was allowed to take acting classes for free. He was just 10 years old when he stepped onto the stage for the first time, playing the Cowardly Lion in a school production of The Wizard of Oz on April 15, 1954. The experience ignited something within him, a feeling of transformation, the thrill of inhabiting another character. As he grew older, school became less of a priority for him. He briefly attended the High School of Music and Art, but lasted only 3 days before dropping out, overwhelmed by the competitive atmosphere. By the age of 16, he had made up his mind. He was going to be an actor. His family was not pleased with his decision, but Robert was undeterred. Instead of traditional schooling, he spent his time wandering the streets of Greenwich Village and Little Italy, observing people, studying their mannerisms, and absorbing the rhythms of everyday life. He even fell in with a small Italian gang at the age of 15. Though he never became deeply involved in crime, the experience exposed him to a grittier side of life, one that would later inform some of his most iconic performances. His old childhood nickname, Bobby Milk, stayed with him, a reminder of his past even as he set his sights on the future. Formal training and early struggles. At 17, Robert's journey took a decisive turn. On September 5, 1960, he enrolled at the prestigious Stella Adler Conservatory, where he was introduced to method acting. The rigorous training demanded complete immersion into character, a technique that would become the foundation of his craft. Though he attempted to take night classes to finish high school, his passion for acting overshadowed everything else. School was no longer important. Acting was everything. His first break in film came with The Wedding Party, 1963, directed by Brian De Palma. He was only 20 years old when he filmed it, but legal issues delayed its release until 1969. The film, shot in black and white, was a small project that didn't make a huge impact, but it was a crucial step forward for De Niro. Breakthrough roles and rise to stardom. In 1973, De Niro's career took a major leap forward with Bang the Drum Slowly, a poignant film about friendship and loss. He played Bruce Pearson, a catcher with a limited intellect who is dying of Hodgkin's disease. De Niro's dedication to the role was extraordinary. He spent months learning how to play baseball, even training with the St. Louis Cardinals. The authenticity of his performance did not go unnoticed. Critics praised his emotional depth, and Hollywood began to take him seriously. The film grossed $5 million, an impressive feat for a modest production. That same year, De Niro met a director who would change his life, Martin Scorsese. Their first collaboration, Mean Streets, was released just months after Bang the Drum Slowly. Initially, De Niro wanted the lead role, but it went to his friend Harvey Keitel. Instead, De Niro played Johnny Boy, a reckless gambler whose unpredictability electrified the screen. His raw and dynamic performance cemented his reputation as a rising star. The film had a modest budget of $500,000 and faced challenges during production. Scorsese even had to negotiate with local mobsters to keep the set running smoothly. Despite these hurdles, the film was a critical success, earning De Niro the Best Supporting Actor award and putting him firmly on Hollywood's radar. The Godfather Part II and Hollywood stardom. In 1974, De Niro's status as an elite actor was solidified with The Godfather Part II. Tosus. Taking on the role of a young Vito Corleone, a character made iconic by Marlon Brando in the original film, was a daunting task. Determined to do justice to the role, De Niro spent 4 months studying and perfecting a Sicilian dialect. His meticulous preparation paid off. The film was a massive success, winning 6 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor for De Niro. In classic fashion, he did not attend the ceremony. He was in Italy, immersed in another film project. His win, however, confirmed what many already suspected. Robert De Niro was not just a promising actor. He was one of the best. Method acting and unparalleled dedication. De Niro's commitment to realism became legendary. For Taxi Driver, 1976, he obtained a real taxi license and spent 3 months working 12-hour shifts as a cab driver. His now iconic "You Talkin' to Me" scene was entirely improvised, capturing the unraveling mind of Travis Bickle in a chillingly authentic way. For Raging Bull, 1980, De Niro took his physical transformation to the extreme. To portray boxer Jake LaMotta, He trained extensively, sparring until LaMotta himself declared that De Niro could have been a professional fighter. Then, to portray LaMotta's decline, De Niro gained 60 pounds by indulging in a high-calorie European diet. The transformation was so drastic that it alarmed doctors. His dedication earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, cementing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most committed performers. Personal life and legacy. During the height of his career, De Niro married actress and singer Diane Abbott in 1976. Their son, Raphael, was named after the Hotel Raphael in Rome, where he was conceived. Their marriage, however, faced challenges, particularly due to De Niro's deep immersion in his roles. His filmography continued to grow, with unforgettable performances in The King of Comedy, 1982, Goodfellas, 1990, and many more. His legacy is one of transformation, dedication, and artistic brilliance, making him one of the most respected actors of all time. A unique relationship, De Niro and Toukie Smith. Following his divorce, De Niro began a relationship with model and actress Toukie Smith in 1988. Their relationship, which lasted until 1996, was unconventional in many ways. Smith was intensely private, famously rebuffing questions about their romance with the remark, "Do you know how to spell private? Private? And that's with a capital P." During their time together, De Niro and Smith made the groundbreaking decision to have children through in vitro fertilization and surrogacy, an uncommon choice for celebrities at the time. In 1995, at the age of 52, De Niro became a father to twin sons, Julian Henry and Aaron Kendrick. Their decision to use surrogacy was met with intrigue, as it challenged traditional ideas about celebrity fatherhood. Rumors also swirled about De Niro's personal life during this time, particularly regarding an alleged relationship with supermodel Naomi Campbell. These speculations only added to the aura of mystery and complexity surrounding his private life. When De Niro and Smith separated in 1996, they agreed on a co-parenting arrangement that involved taking turns caring for their children in 4-day cycles, reflecting their dedication to their sons despite the end of their romantic relationship. The marriage of highs and lows. De Niro and Grace Hightower. In 1997, De Niro married philanthropist and former flight attendant Grace Hightower, whom he had met a decade earlier at Mr. Chow, an upscale London restaurant where she worked as a hostess. Their love story was far from conventional. Despite their long courtship, cracks began to appear in their marriage almost immediately. Just 2 years after tying the knot, De Niro filed for divorce in 1999. However, in an unexpected twist, they never finalized the divorce, and in 2004, they renewed their vows in a lavish ceremony in the Catskill Mountains, surrounded by high-profile guests from the entertainment world. Together, they had 2 children, a son, Elliot, born on March 18, 1998, and a daughter, Helen Grace, born via surrogacy on December 23, 2011. De Niro's fatherhood journey once again defied conventions, as he embraced parenthood at an older age. His decision to take a 6-month break from acting to spend time with his newborn daughter reflected his deep commitment to family, even at the cost of significant career opportunities, including a role in The Judge, 2014. However, despite their reconciliation, tensions simmered beneath the surface. Reports surfaced that Hightower exerted control over De Niro's finances and career choices, causing friction in their relationship. Their final split came in 2018, leading to a bitter legal battle. Court proceedings revealed extravagant spending, with Hightower reportedly charging $215,000 a month on credit cards and withdrawing an additional $160,000 in cash. These financial revelations shocked many, and highlighted the increasing strain between them. Their divorce was one of Hollywood's most high-profile and contentious in recent years. A career resurgence, Silver Linings Playbook, and The Irishman. By 2012, at the age of 69, De Niro experienced a career resurgence with Silver Linings Playbook. It had been 21 years since his last Academy Award nomination, but his performance as Pat Solitano Sr., a father obsessed with the Philadelphia Eagles and grappling with obsessive-compulsive tendencies, reminded audiences and critics alike of his acting prowess. The film, made on a modest $21 million budget, grossed over $236 million worldwide. One particularly memorable scene involved De Niro unexpectedly tearing up while delivering an emotional speech to Bradley Cooper's character. The raw moment wasn't in the script. It was a genuine display of emotion, making his performance even more powerful. Though he did not win the Oscar, the nomination was a testament to his enduring talent. The film also became the first in 31 years to be nominated in all 4 acting categories, cementing its place in Hollywood history. In 2019, De Niro reunited with Martin Scorsese for The Irishman. At 76, he delivered what many critics called his best performance in 2 decades. The film, with a massive budget of $200 million, utilized advanced de-aging technology, allowing De Niro to play mob hitman Frank Sheeran across different stages of his life. His portrayal wasn't about grand dramatic moments, but rather subtlety, the way he carried himself, the unspoken emotions etched in his expressions. Despite some criticism over the de-aging effects, particularly in a scene where he beats up a grocer, his performance was universally praised. The film earned 10 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, and, being released on Netflix, reached over 26 million households in its first week alone. This project reaffirmed De Niro's position as an actor willing to embrace new technology, evolve with the industry, and continue delivering powerful performances. A tragic loss, the death of his grandson. Despite his professional success, De Niro faced unimaginable personal tragedy on July 2, 2023, when his 19-year-old grandson, Leandro De Niro Rodriguez, was found dead in his Manhattan apartment. The medical report revealed that the young actor had died from a lethal combination of fentanyl, cocaine, ketamine, and other substances. Leandro, who had been following in his grandfather's footsteps, had a small role in A Star is Born, 2018. His untimely death was a devastating blow to De Niro, who, despite his famously private nature, publicly expressed his heartbreak. In a rare emotional statement, he told People magazine, "It's just a shock. I never thought it would happen." The tragedy underscored the ongoing opioid crisis, shining a spotlight on the devastating impact of fentanyl and other synthetic drugs. De Niro's loss was compounded when, just 2 weeks later, police made further revelations about the case, making an already painful situation even more difficult to bear. The everlasting legend, De Niro's place in Hollywood. After more than 7 decades in Hollywood, Robert De Niro remains an unparalleled force in the industry. His career, which began in the 1960s, has seen constant reinvention. He has balanced serious dramas with comedies, ensuring his relevance across multiple generations. His role in Joker, 2019, where he played a talk show host, contributed to a film that grossed over $1 billion worldwide. Beyond acting, De Niro has played a significant role in shaping the film industry. He co-founded the Tribeca Film Festival in 2002, transforming it into one of the most prestigious film events in the world. His production company, Tribeca Productions, continues to develop compelling films and TV shows. At 79, De Niro remains as dedicated as ever, starring in major projects like Killers of the Flower Moon and Megalopolis. Some actors slow down with age, but De Niro's relentless passion ensures that he remains a legend in Hollywood, a testament to talent, hard work, and an unwavering love for the craft of acting. The tragic case of Leandro and the opioid crisis. In a heartbreaking turn of events, a 20-year-old woman named Sophia Haley Mark was arrested and accused of selling counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl to Leandro. These pills, which were meant to be oxycodone and Xanax, turned out to be deadly counterfeits, leading to Leandro's tragic death. This case brought national attention to the worsening opioid crisis in America. The Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, had long warned about the dangers of counterfeit prescription pills, revealing that nearly half of the pills tested for fentanyl contained enough of the lethal drug to kill an individual. Leandro's death served as a stark reminder of how deadly these drugs could be, and further ignited discussions about drug education, the necessity for stricter prescription regulations, and the need for better support systems for individuals struggling with addiction. For many families, Leandro's story was a familiar and painful one, as fentanyl-related deaths had been steadily rising across the United States. The opioid crisis, which initially stemmed from the overprescription of painkillers in the 1990s and early 2000s, had evolved into a full-blown epidemic with the infiltration of synthetic opioids, like fentanyl, into street drugs. Law enforcement agencies and health officials continued to struggle with finding effective strategies to combat this growing threat. De Niro's legal battle, a lawsuit that shocked Hollywood. As Robert De Niro grappled with the tragic loss of Leandro, he found himself in the midst of another storm. In November 2023, he was thrust into the courtroom, facing a staggering $12 million lawsuit filed by his former assistant, Graham Chase Robinson. Robinson accused De Niro of discrimination, harassment, and verbal abuse, alleging that she endured years of mistreatment while working for him. Robinson had been employed by De Niro for over a decade, rising through the ranks from personal assistant to vice president of Canal Productions, his film production company. However, she claimed that throughout her tenure, she was subjected to a toxic work environment that included unwanted touching, inappropriate comments, and being treated unfairly compared to her male colleagues. One of the most shocking moments in court came when a voicemail was played, in which De Niro was heard yelling and cursing at Robinson. The recording provided a glimpse into the alleged volatile nature of their working relationship. But this was not just a one-sided legal battle. Years earlier, in 2019, De Niro and his company had preemptively sued Robinson for $6 million, accusing her of embezzlement, misusing company funds, and excessive personal indulgences during company time. Among the accusations was that Robinson had watched 55 episodes of Friends while on the clock and had transferred 5 million airline miles, valued at approximately $85,000, to her personal account. The case quickly gained media attention, as it was rare for such high-profile workplace disputes to be aired so publicly. The trial lasted 8 days, with De Niro spending 2 of them on the witness stand. While he denied the allegations of abuse, he did acknowledge some of Robinson's claims. When questioned about whether he had justified paying his personal trainer more because the trainer had a family to support, he admitted, yes. When asked if he had ever asked Robinson to scratch his back, he smirked and conceded, "Okay, twice, you got me." After 5 hours of jury deliberation, the verdict was in. While De Niro himself was not found guilty, his company, Canal Productions, was ordered to pay Robinson $1.2 million. The jury concluded that the company had discriminated against her based on her gender and had retaliated against her after she spoke up, The case damaged De Niro's reputation and sparked widespread discussions about workplace power dynamics, gender discrimination, and the blurred lines between personal and professional relationships in Hollywood. The verdict sent a message about the importance of accountability, even for those in positions of power. Tiffany Chen's health struggles, a battle with Bell's palsy. As De Niro navigated the legal turbulence, another personal crisis struck, this time concerning his partner, Tiffany Chen. In July 2023, Chen revealed that she had been diagnosed with Bell's palsy shortly after giving birth to their daughter, Gia. The condition started subtly. At first, she noticed a slight tingling sensation on her tongue, but soon her face began to feel strange. One day, she looked in the mirror and was horrified to see that one side of her face was drooping. Within days, the symptoms worsened dramatically. She could barely eat, as food would simply fall out of her mouth. Her speech became slurred, making communication difficult. Chen rushed to the hospital, where doctors ran several tests before diagnosing her with Bell's palsy. Typically, the condition affects only one side of the face, but in her rare case, both sides were paralyzed. She was unable to smile at her newborn daughter or even give her a kiss. The emotional toll was immense. She admitted to feeling self-conscious and deeply frustrated by her inability to express emotions as she once had. Despite his usual reserved nature, De Niro stood by her side, offering unwavering support. He reassured her, often joking that she simply looked a little stern. But behind the humor, it was clear that he was deeply affected by her struggles. The experience underscored the fragility of health and the unexpected challenges that life could bring, even in the midst of new beginnings. De Niro and politics. A public stand against Trump. Amidst all these personal and legal battles, De Niro did not shy away from making his political opinions known. On September 24, 2024, at the New York premiere of Megalopolis, a film by legendary director Francis Ford Coppola, De Niro once again made headlines. In front of a packed theater, he took the microphone and launched into a critique of Donald Trump. "Imagine Trump directing Megalopolis," he said. "It'll never go anywhere. Total craziness. He cannot do anything. He cannot hold anything together. He wants to destroy the country." His comments, delivered just weeks before the 2024 presidential election, drew mixed reactions. Some audience members, including filmmaker Spike Lee, applauded his bold stance. Others felt that a film premiere was not the appropriate venue for political discourse. This was not De Niro's first time publicly criticizing Trump, nor would it be his last. Earlier that year, on May 28, 2024, he made a surprise appearance outside the Manhattan courthouse, where Trump's hush money trial was taking place. Standing alongside two former police officers who had been at the Capitol riot on January 6th, he addressed the media, calling Trump a clown and warning that if he were re-elected, he would never leave office. The moment quickly went viral, sparking heated debates. Trump's supporters in the crowd heckled De Niro, leading to a tense shouting match. The Trump campaign responded swiftly, dismissing him as a washed-up actor and accusing Biden's team of desperation for enlisting celebrities to attack their opponent. The consequences of speaking out: lost honors and divided opinions. De Niro's outspoken stance on Trump also had professional repercussions. On June 2, 2024, just 5 days before he was set to receive the prestigious Service to America Award from the National Association of Broadcasters, NAB, the organization rescinded the honor. In their statement, the NAB explained that De Niro's recent comments about Trump were deemed too controversial. While they insisted they supported free speech, they felt that his involvement would overshadow the event. The decision sparked widespread debate. Some saw it as an unfair punishment for De Niro merely expressing his political views. Others felt the NAB had made the right call, arguing that actors should separate their political opinions from professional honors. A life in the spotlight, a legacy in question. Robert De Niro's tumultuous year was a testament to the complexities of life in the public eye. From personal heartbreak to legal battles, from health crises to political controversies, he remained at the center of media attention. His experiences sparked larger conversations about addiction, workplace rights, gender discrimination, health struggles, and the role of celebrities in political discourse. As he continued forward, his legacy remained a topic of discussion, one shaped not only by his cinematic achievements, but also by the headlines that surrounded him.